My people, this one is heavy. Reports are flying everywhere that a coup plot against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been exposed, and that 16 military officers have already been arrested. 16. That number alone is causing serious tension, not just inside the military but across the country. And tonight, Nigerians are asking one big question: is this real, or another round of rumors made to shake the system? Before I go deeper, please pause and like this video, help it reach more people, and subscribe if you want to keep getting clear, verified stories like this one. Because what is coming next will shock you, and I'll explain it slowly and clearly so you don't miss anything. Now, according to what's circulating, a group of officers from different units allegedly held secret meetings, planning to challenge the current leadership of the country. Some reports said they were planning to take over government structures, while others claimed they were leaking military intelligence. But here's where it gets complicated. The defense headquarters has come out strongly denying it, saying there was no coup plot, no attempt to overthrow the government, and that those officers were only detained over internal disciplinary issues. So, Nigerians are divided. Some say the arrests are real and connected to a deeper power struggle, others believe it's exaggerated news meant to scare people or silence voices within the force. And if you think about it, in a country like ours, with a long, painful history of coups, this kind of report doesn't just raise eyebrows, it shakes trust. Please, if you're just joining us, take 1 second, hit the like button now, and subscribe so you won't miss updates on this story. Let's go back a bit. You remember how tension has been building in some parts of the military, complaints about welfare, complaints about corruption, and low morale. These things may not sound like a big deal, but in history, they have been the small cracks that led to big explosions. Remember, every coup that ever happened in Nigeria started quietly, with meetings, whispers, and dissatisfaction. That's why this story is catching fire so fast. But then again, let's not forget, since democracy returned in 1999, the Nigerian military has tried very hard to stay professional and away from politics. The leadership knows how damaging a coup can be to the country's image and international relations. So, when the defense headquarters came out to say, no coup here, they wanted to calm the nation before panic spreads. Now, people are asking, if there's really no coup, why are 16 officers being detained? That's a fair question. The military says it's about indiscipline, that these men violated rules, not that they plotted anything. But some insiders believe this explanation might be only part of the truth. This is where it gets tricky. Whenever military officers are detained quietly, rumors start to fly. Someone sees soldiers being questioned, someone else hears about secret meetings, and before you know it, social media turns it into breaking news, coup plot exposed. That's the power and the danger of information in our digital age. Now, think of this: if the story of a coup is false, it still affects the nation's confidence. Investors get scared. Citizens panic. International partners start asking questions. But if it's true, even slightly true, then the country faces a deeper crisis that the government will have to manage quietly. If you agree that accurate news is important, please like this video right now, and drop your comment below. Do you believe this story is real or just rumor? I'll be reading your opinions in my next update. Let's look at another side of the gist. Why now? Why are these kinds of stories appearing now? Some political observers believe there are groups trying to test the stability of President Tinubu's government, maybe to send a message, maybe to create fear, or maybe even to distract attention from other national issues. Others say it's just a normal misunderstanding inside the military that's being blown out of proportion. Either way, one thing is clear: there is tension, and everyone is watching closely. And when the military gets involved in anything political, you know it's not something small. Now, if you've noticed, in the past few months, we've seen multiple reports about security restructuring, leadership changes, and quiet reshuffles in top offices. Sometimes, those kinds of internal changes make some people feel sidelined or replaced, and that's how resentment begins. Could that be what's playing out here? We can't confirm yet, but it's a question worth keeping in mind. Again, please remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. It helps us grow and keep bringing you accurate, ad-friendly, respectful news analysis. Now, let's move into what happens if such an allegation ever turns out to be true. In any country, when a coup plot is discovered, it triggers three big actions. First, intelligence lockdown. Second, emergency interrogations. And third, public reassurance. Nigeria would not be different. That's why you've seen statements being released fast, to calm nerves. But at the same time, the public also deserves the truth. The Nigerian people have the right to know what's going on in their military, because the military is not above the constitution, it serves the people. That's why fact-checkers and journalists are now digging deep to separate rumor from reality. If you're finding this explanation clear, tap the like button again. Let's move on to the next one. Now, let's discuss what is next. President Tinubu's administration has already been battling with several issues.
Our esteemed guests, it is also
insecurity, inflation, and opposition voices. So a report like this, true or false, automatically puts the government in a defensive position. That's why some analysts say this could be a pressure tactic for even a political test. Think about it. In our history, rumors of coups and experience have been
led by certain nature before for the passing out of the 883 interests.
But until official investigations are made public, we can't jump to conclusions. One thing that remains important, and this is where I want you to pay attention, is the reaction of ordinary Nigerians. People are tired of instability. No one wants to hear about another military takeoff. We've been through so much. Most Nigerians today just want peace, development, and leadership that listens. That's why this report is so emotional for many.
The man for giving us this scintillating music, we want to say thank you. And on behalf of my boss, here the commentary boss, Major E.M. I am Ambassador and Civic that is saying bye-bye for now. Until we meet again, thank you very much, and God bless you all.
As new facts emerge. Now, let me tell you this, when things like this happen, there are usually three groups reacting. First, the government trying to control the narrative. Second, the military trying to protect its image. And third, the citizens, reacting based on emotion and history. Right now, all three are playing out at once. The government is denying, the military is explaining, and the citizens are debating. That's how stories like this keep evolving. The important thing is that we stay calm. Nigeria has faced far worse situations before and survived. But this is a reminder to every leader, both civilian and military, that power belongs to the people. No one should ever try to take it by force.